All right, we made it to an Ohio rest area. We're 15 minutes from the drop. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. So last I talked to you guys, I think we had an APU leaking issue, and we walked over and we grabbed some jugs from Walmart of coolant, and it used about a half a gallon that night. So I figured we could just slowly add some coolant. But something told me to stop about 30 minutes down the road from that Walmart just to check it. And sure enough, it was a gallon low. So I shut the little valves off underneath the hood so the coolant wouldn't leak. So that problem's fixed. But we're gonna have to get that radiator looked at. We've got 2 loads picking up. One in, do you remember where those loads are, baby? Huh? I don't. Somewhere in Indiana. We've got a ambulance to pick up in, dang, why can't I think? Because it's 7 o'clock and I'm filming. Anyways, 2 in Indiana, both going to Maryland. Pretty good rates. We just have to push it because they close at 3. So we should be able to drop these. This place opens up at 8. We should be able to be there first thing and drop these and then shoot over. I think the furthest one, oh, okay, so the furthest one in Indiana was Elkhart. So we got to shoot over to Elkhart, grab the ambulance, put the ambulance kind of up on the top deckish, and then there's a no, it's fine, I got it. I'm gonna take her to the pet area. Oh, and then we've got like some type of a big drill that we have to put on there. I think they're gonna load that with a crane. That's what they're telling us. They might just load it with a crane. I think you can technically walk up the ramps, but I think they have a crane there. So anyways, we're going to walk these dogs and get this day started. Alright, we are unloaded. What time is it?
how did we do? Got here a little early. They let us start unloading early, which is fantastic. It's 8:36. That says 8:36. The truck says 8:44. Anyways, I told you guys we had to turn those valves off to the APU because we were going through some radiator fluid. Well, I do my my pre-trip this morning, and it's down half a gallon again. I'm looking all over the ground. Of course, it rained again. Looking all over the ground, can't find out, you know, can't see anything dripping. So we stuck a paper towel down in, there's like a tray that the radiator of the APU sits in. The APU's radiator sits in down like in a tray. Just sitting here, I think we did it here. No, we did it when we left the rest area. It's still leaking even with those valves off. It's only slowing it down, so we need to get these two loads on the trailer, and then I either need to find a radiator shop or I need to find like a Thermo King. It's like a $200 for a radiator this big. It's crazy. This thing, when we drove it home and back up to Wisconsin, and it didn't use any coolant. Of course, there was that time I noticed there was some coolant on the ground, but like it barely dropped in the reservoir. Now it's just dumping out of there. Fuel pump and a radiator on that thing so far. But I was freaking out, like when I noticed it was down again today and I couldn't find where it was leaking from. I'm like, where's it going? Where's it going? Is it a head gasket? What's going on? It's coming through the APU still. That's crazy that it's getting by those valves. Alright, so we need to go to Elkhart, right? Elkhart, pick up the ambulance, and then shoot over and pick up,
What time does it say we're going to be in Elkhart?
I haven't punched that in yet.
Let's see what time it is.
Did you send me that, Raycon?
I think I said.
Stupid turn. Thank you.
They're gonna have to back way up.
Yeah, because this is fucking dumb. Thank you. No, go ahead. You got it. I'll let you guys go around. Thank you. What a stupid turn. Holy smokes, man, that was crazy. Alright, we just arrived. Our unit is the one over there next to the wall. We are parked on the road here. Just gotta throw some ramps out and get this thing loaded up. We're going to need 20 foot of space after this ambulance. So I'm gonna pull the front end up on the front top there so we can get this next piece on. But I gotta hustle, so let's go. All right, there's what we're loading up. 2023 E350 converted into an ambulance. I've already walked it off. It is 22 feet. I'll have to grab my tape measure, see how tall it is. I think we're good on the height.
I'm talking about the height when we go to pull it up on the ramp. Lita's just getting them to sign the BOL in here, and then we're going to load this thing up. All right, so we're scraping just a little bit on the back. So we're piling up our moving blankets so it can make this transition a little bit smoother. So we don't scrape this back end back here. All right, 3 on each side. What do you got, 2 there? You need another one. 1, 2, 3. She's worried about that tire dropping down in that hole and then it hitting again, so.
This isn't gonna make us slip off the ramps, is it?
No, I'll go slow. All right, you good over there? All right, that worked perfectly. Now we just have to move these bottom ramps up to the top and we'll pull it up to the top. Lita does not like ramps.
You didn't see this thing move.
All right, there's the ambulance. We got an hour's drive to the next one. We've got about 22 feet left of deck. They said it's only gonna take 20 feet. If for some reason they need a little more, we can always pull this thing up a little bit more, but that's why I kind of wanted to put this one on the front just in case. I was afraid we'd have too much sticking out the back. They're like, we can't load that. You ain't got enough room. He's like, this was supposed to be a whole truckload. It's 25 feet long. So it would have been better to put that on first.
because we could have stuck that boom out over the... So we got to move this ambulance forward some, and then let this boom kind of stick off the back, maybe a foot or two. So frustrating. Like, why can't you just give me the proper dimensions? Sucks we have to move that ambulance. I really didn't think we would have to. Because I was like, we got 21 or 22 feet worth left after the ambulance. I'm like, that gives them plenty of room if it's only 20 feet. That Garmin just shut off again, dude. Oh, I hate that Garmin so much. They got a loading dock at least. Well, this thing's about 6 feet longer than what they said it was going to be. So we pulled the ambulance up some. Shoot, that ambulance is pulled up all the way. And then we've got this thing backed on as close as I feel like it should be. And then we're still sticking over like 2 to 3 feet on this boom. So I'm going to throw a flag on that boom. This is supposed to be a little bit over 20,000. I think the ambulance is 13,000. So we should be all right on our weights. Man, if they would have just been honest with this thing. Like, I had the ambulance in a perfect spot with an extra foot of room. And now I had to go and move this thing around. Like, just measure before you call and book a broker. Yeah, that's another thing these guys said. This is supposed to be a... So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. This paid $318 a mile. That's $185 a mile. But he told me, he's like, I can't go up on price because they want to run it as a partial. It was already $318 a mile. And then, I mean, as soon as I seen 20 feet anyways, I was like, I'm going to have to put something else on that to make it worth going into Maryland. So, anyways... That's it. All right, now we're done. Nothing to it. They wanted to abort mission. They were like, no, let's not put it on there. Let's not put it on there. It's not gonna fit. I'm like, bro, it has to fit. This ambulance doesn't pay enough by itself, and today's Friday. We are getting this thing on here, or else this broker... Does it look like it's gonna cut on those things? So I should loosen up. We could put one of those white felt things there, right? Yeah, let me put a white felt thing there. Got us a piece of our white felt that goes over that. I didn't realize there's a exposed chain up there. We're almost done. So the plan now is to find a Walmart, pull this, look, you can see the coolant has been splashing on this. Pull this radiator out, look at this radiator. I found a Thermo King place like 4 miles from here. When you look up online how much these radiators should be, even the Thermo King website says it's like 215 bucks. Called this Thermo King place that's near here, and they're trying to charge me 300 and something dollars. So they're either trying to rip me off, or they've looked up the wrong part number, or they're trying to rip me off, or they're gonna claim inflation. Oh, it's gone up $100 due to inflation. Really? $100? What is going on with everybody charging 50% more than what they were charging? Everybody's price gouging right now. It's crazy. Like, inflation didn't go up that much. Granted, it went up. But I think a lot of people are taking advantage of the situation and are just price gouging. I mean, you guys remember when COVID first hit and Home Depot started charging $40 for a 2x4 because they're saying there's a shortage of lumber. No, there's not. I pick up at lumber yards all the time. I drive by lumber yards all the time. You can't fool me. You talk to a lumber yard and they're like, no, there's not a wood shortage. Why would COVID cause a wood shortage? Well, everybody had to go home. You know, a lot of people didn't go home. Man, we had to pull that thing all the way to the front. Wild. Wild, Lita. That's crazy. Oh, we got to get a shower too. Man, it's been a couple days. I am ready. I know I'm a little ripe. All right, let me get this van closed up and locked up. And probably see you in a parking lot somewhere when I take this APU apart. Yay, new truck.